Hello, 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 and welcome. I am so thrilled today to have you come and join us because I have somebody right here who's special. Her name is Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I got to do one thing, though, before we go on.
Okay.
Such a day, yeah. Such a mighty fine day, yeah. Woo!
I'm glad we did that.
I know, I had to get that off my chest.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Lucy, please tell everyone about yourself because they need to know.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lucy Levinsohn. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm an advocate for songwriters' rights.
Okay.
And I am a newly fledging playwright, librettist.
Whichever it is.
Potato.
It's so good.
So that's what's going on.
That's wonderful. And in your journey, I know we met years ago, right?
Many of those years. Many years ago.
A long time ago.
Long time ago, I was in rock bands, and I was doing my best not to lose my voice, and I came for some vocal lessons.
That's right. And what were some of the things that we talked about? Do you remember them at all? Because it's been a little bit of a while.
I can't quote directly, but I remember something about when we were singing. We were supposed to first you had to have some nothingness going on. First, you had to clear the slate of some sort to find
Your voice, to find your ability to focus.
Exactly.
So one thing that I usually I harp on, is breathing.
Oh yes, breathing and your diaphragm.
So many people don't realize where it is. So I've done this before. I'm going to do it again. It's mid-bust, mid-pec, and the diaphragm moves down. And in this area...
Does it lower with age as a woman?
No.
Oh, sorry. I digress.
If it lowers with age, I think it'd be down to the ground on
no.
me. No, Mr. Bill, don't do that. Now, one thing that is so important when you do anything in life is to have that persistence. And from when we talked, we just got back into, talking.
Yes.
And you persisted for 7 years.
Yes.
Please tell the audience what that was about. And the fact that you did persist is just, kudos to you. And
Thank
the
you.
success that you get from it. So please tell them about that.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go into the full details of what the musical's about. We'll have to make a second date for this one because it's still very much under wraps, and there's always a little bit of fear of people taking your intellectual ideas.
No, really, they do that.
Oh, yeah. Anyhow, we digress.
So now, what is it again? You passed by the name of what it was that you did for 7 years.
Well, I'm writing a musical.
That's it.
And I'm not telling the name yet because, to be honest, it's a little risque.
Really?
It's a little bit of a social piece.
Okay.
It's a comedy.
It's
about family.
wonderful.
It's about love. It's about all the things
that life is made of.
That life is made of. So we'll get more to it the next time I see you, and I hopefully will have some great news attached to that. But let's just talk about the process. So I came up with an idea, and I'm a mother of 2. I started this little idea. The only times I could write it was when the kid's asleep or the kids are, not in my way, which is rare. So I was writing and writing. It's taken me 7 years. But I just made sure that it's sometimes I put it down for a while, and I just always make sure come back to it. Just keep moving forward. And that's just been my theme in life. Is just sometimes it's hard to get where you want to go right away, but as long as you're just constantly moving forward, the correct path kind of opens for you.
Yes, as long as you keep
making the
going.
steps. Yeah.
You never give up.
You never give up because if you give up, you'll certainly never get where you want to be. Yeah. So I went through a lot of composers, and it wasn't the right fit. I had my eye on someone in specific, but she is busy. She's a very well-to-do songwriter. She's got a lot going on. Shelly Peiken, I'll drop the name, but she's written songs like Meredith Brooks' Bitch.
Hi, Shelly.
And Christina Aguilera's I'm going to come up with it later. But
It was a
Google
song,
it,
okay.
people. She's the real deal. And I kind of slowly was trying to like get her attention on this, and she was very not interested in working right now, not because she wasn't interested in me, but because she had her own life going on and in her own process of an artist herself.
Yeah.
So the timing was wrong. But I didn't let that shake me. I carried on working, and it wasn't the right time yet. And one day, just a comment happened. I made a joke, and she said, we should write that song. And I said, okay, when?
Great. Okay, when? Exactly. Now, I want you to note what she did.
I
Lucy
said, okay, when?
When. She followed through, and she solidified the deal.
That just did give me chills. It's very hard in this business, and it's a fine line between being pushy and persistent and annoying, and you have to know when it is. So just the timing worked out. We ended up writing a really silly song, and it was just a fun experience. It was easy, and it opened her mind to go, well, let me see. I said, I have that script I wanted to show you for the musical, and I just told her, I need help. I've got this idea, I've got it all laid out, but I'm at a point where I need help because I'm a lyricist, but I'm not a composer. I can have all the ideas, but I'm not the everything. And I certainly have, I'm a fan of musicals, but I've never written one. So I got pulled into her life, which is what happened.
Exactly.
So she's like, okay, let's see what you got going on. Well, we started working, and one day her husband, unsuspectingly, walks across the living room and she says, Adam, you really need to be a part of this. And he was like, concerned, like, what? What am I not a part of? What am I not doing?
Good. Hubby's coming through.
He came through and he's like, what is it? What is it? She's like, we need you working on this musical. And then just like that, I got 2 key players to my team. And honestly, after 6 years of a journey, all of a sudden I had teammates. And I have book writers too, and so I can't say I've done this all alone, but it started alone and I've picked up my team along the way. And the last 2 pieces was the composer and one other songwriter just to really help make this, amazing.
That's wonderful.
I'm all into collaboration. I really love it.
You know what? You're mentioning some gems. You're dropping them. You're dropping another gem, and we need to talk about those gems. The fact that you recognize that you can't do it all, that you wanted to work with someone, you were open to having collaboration, and then you build a team. In different ways.
It's true. And when you collaborate, you also have to become very flexible.
In life, you
it's so
think
hard.
you need that in life?
A little bit. And it's difficult for creatives. You know that.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be when you have a very solid idea. It can be. But if you're willing.
Yes, and if you're with the right people. And that connection only happens when you're zeroing in on your mighty thing for life that you were meant to do. Yes. And that you are focused on. And that this is exactly what you did. You followed through on your dream, your goal. You never let it go. And you kept going.
Thank you.
And then you allowed people in. But they only came in and were the right people because you focused and you never gave up. And you gave it your all. 6 years worth. How many people give up? One audition, it's over. My life is over.
It's easier to give up, and then you can just
feel
cry about it.
Yes, I know. I feel so bad.
You can just cry about it.
Let's just cry for 5 years now. Hello.
Right?
No, not you. You didn't give up.
I might have cried a few times.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
It's the journey.
Oh my gosh, but what a great journey.
It is.
It's a wonderful journey, and that's what you caught.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
It's my journey. It's my life. This is what you did, and that you do. You
This is
still
what
do it.
I have an end goal. So, people ask me like, where's it gonna go? Well, I can't tell you where it's gonna go, but I know it'll play. We will produce
You're
it.
going to see it. You're
gonna see it.
Yes, seeing it in the mind's eye.
Yes.
Going forward,
It's
seeing
important
it there.
to see the whole vision.
Yes, and having that goal. I was Napoleon Hill. He says he's the other Napoleon. An older book, older man. But what he had said is definitely know your goal, write it down, and repeat it every day. Your major goal. And then you can have minor goals, but
Yes.
you need to engender it constantly. And you did for 6 years. And then 7th year,
And-
things were breaking for you
You know
on
what?
this.
I've taken some detours along the way. At some point, I thought, I'm going to put out an album for myself. I've been in bands. Let me do something for myself, and it was fun to do. But at the end of the day, when I was done with it, I knew that that wasn't the bigger.
It was a
purpose.
goodie,
It was fun,
But it wasn't the
it wasn't.
enchilada.
It wasn't it. And I keep coming back to this project, going, this is what you need to focus on. Yes. This is what's going to do it for you.
This is yours.
And
this is what you need.
This is the right thing.
Yes.
So it's we have these identities we create for ourselves, and sometimes they don't pan out. But if you follow the doors that open, you'll find where you're meant to be. And that's what I'm just, finding where my place is in the music business. And it's taken a long time, and it's been a journey, and it takes decades.
I know decades.
It takes decades.
I know
That's the
decades,
truth.
Okay, so now, not only were you busy doing this, having 2 children, caring and loving a man, and your hubby is a carpenter, is that correct?
Yes, we met in a band together. He answered my bassist wanted ad.
A bassist wanted, and guess what?
And I got a bassist, and I got a husband, and he is also a carpenter, and yeah, we have a full life.
That's wonderful. And you're also a community person. You love the community.
I do love the community. I always have
amazing.
loved doing community events. Really, I love live events. I've been a producer of events for
Really?
30 years.
I didn't know
Since
that.
I was young, like super young, I was already putting together concerts.
Super young.
Super
great.
duper young.
Super duper. She's a super duper. Oh my gosh.
Like when I was a young teenager, I was putting together shows and full day festivals, and I just sometimes am surprised by the things that I did at that age. But I've always loved to do it, and I'm a part of two different groups. Locally, Sunlin Tahunga, part of the Arts and Recreation Culture Committee.
Okay.
And I just love doing things in the community. Every year I throw an event called Hanukkah in the Foothills. And the whole point of that is to teach all my neighbors of what the Festival of Lights is all about. We do not have a giant Jewish community around here.
Yeah.
But as you may know, in the way the world is, we have a giant need for understanding of each other.
Of each other, yes.
Of
yes.
each other.
It's called loving.
Yeah, so
Loving.
it's important to understand everyone and not be afraid of differences.
Yes.
So that's our whole point, and we're going on our 8th year, and weird time in the world to be doing it, but we have to continue to shine our light. We all have to always shine our light. And that's what Hanukkah is about. And and I love doing things for the community and giving back. And another thing that's very dear to me are songwriters.
Great.
And
yes,
I'm a part
yes.
of a group called SONA, which stands for Songwriters of North America.
Yes.
And we're out there every day fighting for songwriters' rights. We're living in a digital age, and the whole working class
true, it's
of
true.
songwriters are dying.
Yeah.
Because they cannot pay their bills with the fractional pennies being paid for their work.
And I want to just stop for a second and talk about the fact that, it's so easy to stream your songs, but you need to know that there's maybe a 0.01 penny given for when you play that song.
Yeah.
The songwriters and the publishers, what we end up getting, the check is like, I got a check, I think, for 40 cents, something like that.
It can be silly.
No, it has been silly.
It can be silly.
It's stupid. And now there are some people that can get a lot more money, but the sales have to be stupendous, amazing, over the top. But your regular person who is striving and struggling and has given you all their hard work are not getting anything, and they can't survive.
No,
So,
the CEOs are making money.
really? Oh my gosh.
How different.
How did that happen?
Exactly. But the artists,
God.
again, are being screwed.
Yes.
So it
There you
is
go.
slowly improving, but every day our livelihood is at stake. And with AI,
Yes.
we're in
And
trouble.
AI needs to be a tool, but again, it's very scary to the person who feels they're going to be replaced. And
Replaced.
some will.
Some will be
Inevitably,
replaced.
there will be replacement. But it's a precarious game, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen.
We don't. And
We have no idea.
I do know that you can't ever replace the human element. So, we'll get content, but will it be original?
I know the books are being written by, just
Oh, boy.
copying and pasting. I know that's happening right now. And so when you came to me, I know we talked about vocal exercises.
Yes.
And the importance of that. And I have a course coming up that's all about vocal exercises.
Ooh,
yeah.
that's
So
exciting.
It really is. You know why? Because people don't think they can continue as they get older in many areas of their lives. And so you think, I'm older. I can't go up that hill. I'm older. I can't really sing as I used to. And my big deal is, no, you just aren't working your muscles. You aren't
Absolutely.
doing the job. You aren't keeping yourself in shape because you aren't doing the job of that. Now, it's hard to get the time for that, but the thing is, it's so possible to do. It's so
It
important.
definitely is a muscle, and you definitely can improve it.
So important. And so what I wanted to say with you and speak closely to you about, so come on in, okay, yes. Because Lucy knows that I will talk as well as she about singing. So if you really want to continue with your voice and keep it healthy, you've got to do exercises. It's a vocal workout. It's just like a workout in the gym. And so that's why I was so interested in making sure that I did a course that would help people to keep their selves vibrant, their voices vibrant. Now, the hard work has to be done. That has to be done. It's like going to the gym.
I think in the beginning, I had a hard time learning to relax the throat. And that's something that you also learn through these exercises.
Yes, not only relax, like you've got to cool down, you've got to warm up. In a further course that I'm going to have, it's what's happening up here, the psychological,
Yes.
that's my big course coming up. But right now, I wanted to start out with this one here because I know the need is so much. And it is so important that we don't, take on that whole idea of, I can't, or I don't have time, I don't have the finances, what am I supposed to do? I'm already busy. All of those.
And some people just don't want to invest in themselves.
Yes.
And it's important.
And you don't believe that you're important enough in order to invest in yourself. Or it isn't my goal in life to be this star or whatever, but I love singing. Well, okay. If you love singing, then you're going to have to do the work to have a better sound. And the voice is not only how the singing that you come out with, but it's your life.
Yeah.
Your voice is who you are, represents you. So you really want this really fine voice, but also up here. You want to keep everything in tune, the whole thing.
Yes.
As I say, the whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
The personal and the pro. But right now we're going to deal with the singing voice, with the
Yes.
muscles here. And so many people that are on the telephone, that are relating, and as you relate to the people that you need to talk to,
Yes.
your voice is going to express how you feel.
Yeah.
So you really want to keep that strong. Okay.
Agree.
Yeah. Now, is there anything else you wanted to share?
I don't know what else I could share.
You shared a
I
lot.
shared a lot.
You did. It was wonderful what you shared, but people need to know where they can get in touch with you.
Okay, well, you can find me on my website. It's lucylevinsohn.com. And my last name has a tricky little H in it.
Oh.
So it's Levinsohn.
Ooh, Levins.
Levinsohn. So yeah, so you can find me. You can Google me, but Instagram, TikTok,
Okay.
you name it, I'm there.
That's great. That's wonderful. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you for having me, and everyone, do yourself a favor and get her course.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to give a plug to, subscribe, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. We want to know what you want to know from Lucy, what you want to know from me. What do you want to know about your voice? I'll answer any questions. You give me a question, I have the solution. I've been doing this a long time.
She knows a few things.
Not only that, I love to sing, and I've been doing that more. So again, I'm going to say I'm 76, and
Wow.
my voice is strong. I will not grow weary, Lord. Woo! I enjoy doing
I
that.
love it.
Why is it strong? Because I'm working the muscles. I keep going, and you need to do that too. Go to marquitawaters.com, check it out, okay? Leave a comment here, subscribe, I said that. Ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All right? Is there anything else? Oh, my Singing for a Lifetime. I have this, and it's just for women.
Oh.
Okay, and all we do are vocal exercises. And it's not long, it's like maybe 20 minutes, but we meet once a week. It's online, and then I post them, and you have 4 to choose from. And then the last one gets deleted for the new one. But it's so much fun. We chat after. So, that's the other thing. I forgot to
Okay.
mention that, yeah.
Well, you remembered.
No, I did at the last minute. Oh,
Saved.
All right. Well, we're going to say bye, bye, bye. Okay, but before I say bye, guess what I'm going to do again?
You tell me. Sing.
How did you guess? Such a day, yeah. Such a mighty fine day, yeah. Okay, we're saying bye. Bye, bye, bye. Love ya. Bye.